It's hard to believe it's been over 11 years since Sonic Generations was released for the PS3 and Xbox 360. And honestly, I think that this game is one of the most, I guess, underrated like platform games of its era, mainly because if you were like a hardcore Sonic or Sega fan, it basically was it was like a masterpiece in many ways, or just like an underrated gem because you got to play through so many different stages that were popular throughout the Sonic the Hedgehog series. You got remade stages of classics like Chemical, Plant Zone, and many more. And and there was actually a interesting story that was somewhat compelling. And I do feel that Sonic Generations was a game that did not get as much credit as it deserved. Some people would go on record and say that the game was as good, if not better, than Sonic Colors from 2010. And I do feel that when it came to like 3D Sonic games, this game and Sonic Colors were among a few like titles from the series that really left a good impression on many players because it wasn't really gimmicky. It just told a story. It had like famous characters throughout the series, such as Tails, Knuckles. You had Metal Sonic. You had Eggman, of course. You had Shadow the Hedgehog, and for the most part, it wasn't really gimmicky. He wasn't a werewolf, or it wasn't like a it wasn't about like collecting secret rings or anything like that. I do feel like Sonic Generations is one of those games that actually had a decent amount of success as it related to appealing to casuals, because I believe the game managed to reach over 2 million in relations to sales after its release. And I do feel that it's one of the best like 3D Sonic games out there, along with Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Colors, and most recently Sonic Frontiers, which came out back in 2022. And by the way, Sonic Frontiers has managed to reach like 2.5 million in sales back in December 2022 during the holiday season. So yeah, it seemed like the Sonic the Hedgehog series is starting to become more popular again. And you would think that Sega would have remade Sonic Generations for, I guess, like the PlayStation 4 or something like that back in 2021, since that year marked the 10-year anniversary of, I guess, when that game was made. But a lot of people probably wouldn't mind seeing a 4K HD remake of Sonic Generations for the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X. I don't think that's something that's really like high in demand right now, but at the same time, a lot of people would love to see that. It's very unclear whether or not Sega actually plans on making that a reality, but it's very possible since the Sonic the Hedgehog series is basically the best thing that Sega has in relation to video games. And I do feel that if Sega's not going to remake Sonic Generations anytime in the near future, they could probably do it during its like 15th anniversary, which would be in a couple of years. But we'll just have to wait and see what they have in store for the Sonic the Hedgehog series. But a remake of Sonic Generations would be awesome.